very, very good foundation looking at what self-leadership is. And the self-leadership is the foundation as a journey you'll be aware of, because that is the starting point. Because you see, you cannot lead others when you cannot lead yourself. So leadership begins from you coming to the point of being able to lead yourself, and that talks about discipline, talks about self-control, and all of that. So tonight we're just going to be building up, and this evening I really want us to have a time for question and answer. I really want us to ask questions so we can answer those questions. But before we go into that, I just want to share a few thoughts, because I just couple a few things on my notes, so I want to share with us before we go into that. And I believe, again, going through the thoughts I have to share with us, by the time I'm done, I do believe many questions will be answered already. Yes, many questions already. So welcome us once again. So I want us to put in the comment section, I am a leader. So be sure we are following. So I want us to put in the comment section, I am a leader. Thank you. Can we have a few more? Just put in the comment section, I am a leader. Thank you. Yes. So, you see, the world we are in today, we are in a world where so many people actually desire leadership, especially leadership position. People want to, the glamour, that self-fulfillment, to see that, oh, this person is the director general, oh, this person is leading in this particular position, oh, this person is the leader here, oh, this person is in charge here, oh, this person is in charge there. People love that the way they ought to. And you see, the major reason for this is the lack of understanding of what leadership really means. When I started my leadership journey, some 10 years ago, my active leadership, I needed to understand what truly leadership is. Although, leadership is a journey. As you grow, enlighten, you get to know what it entails, because that's actually what makes for effective performance. So over the years, getting to understand what leadership is, getting to renew minds what leadership, better understanding what leadership is, has really, really helped me to grow as a leader. So to begin with this evening, I want to share with us, just some of us, we are aware of this, and just to bring to our consciousness again, what are the common misconceptions about leadership? What are the common misconceptions about leadership? Yes, and then why so many people actually don't develop into leadership. What are the common misconceptions? So I have 4. Let me just quickly share with us. Number 1, you hear things like people say, oh, I am not a born leader, so I cannot lead. I don't know if you've heard something like that. So I know somebody here also might have that understanding too, that perception. I am not a born leader, so I cannot lead. People say, oh, especially when growing up in secondary school and the likes, you see people in class when they want to, maybe probably, let's say, appoint a class monitor. Some people are like me, for where I know the leader, I'm not born a leader, so I cannot lead. So that understanding is one of the major misconceptions about leadership. People disqualify themselves before they even try. So leadership is not a talent. Although there are people who are born with natural abilities that give them a leverage to perform better in leadership, to develop faster, to develop well in leadership. Of course, that's the reality. For example, you see people, it's a big misconception. But you see, everyone has the potential to become a leader. Everyone has the potential to become a leader. Everyone has the potential to become a leader. Yes. So I want you to put in the comment section. Let's have 1 or 2 persons put that in the comment section. Everyone has the potential to become a leader. I want someone to put it in the comment section. Yes. Number two. Second misconception is a title and seniority will automatically make me a leader. You see people with this understanding that when once I have a title, automatically it makes me a leader. We know when as a senior, I am a leader. No. Title only give people authority. Title don't automatically make you a leader. Although it can serve as a leverage for you to build up as a leader, but it is not an automatic thing. Because you have a title, then automatically you are now a leader. No. In fact, if you check around, you see people who are carrying titles, but if you look at them very carefully, you see that many of them are bad leaders. Many of them cannot lead. So it's not automatic. So, and then people come up understanding now, bring themselves to the point where they think they are leading, but they don't know what they are using is authority. Because when you have a title as a senior, there's a level of authority that is conferred on you because of that title, but that is not leadership. You go to some organization, you see people as a manager, for example, who's having a manager, just believe because I am a manager, I am into leadership, I'm leading here. No. There's a different thing entirely. So that's number 2. Number 3, I am waiting until I get a position to start developing as a leader. Somebody here this evening might also have that understanding that the day I get a position, then I will start leading. This is a big misconception. How will I be developing myself to be a leader when I am not having a leadership position? So the day I become a class monitor, the day I become this, then I will start practicing. It's a big misconception. Yes. Number 4. Work experience will automatically make me a leader. If I have been doing this over time, I've been doing this again and again and again and again, automatically I'm a leader. No. That doesn't make you a leader. Yes, of course, experience can give you a leverage because with experience comes knowledge. Over time, when you are used to doing something or you've been doing something again and again and again and again, you acquire knowledge. It helps you to get wisdom. Yes, but that does not equate to leadership. It does not equate to leadership. Yes, experience does not guarantee leadership. Intentional growth does. Leadership is not an impartation. Cannot impart, I impact upon you. Leadership, no. Leadership is developed. It's developed. Like our convener mentioned yesterday, that for us to work well, for us to really have this deep understanding about this thing, we need to know who we really are. That who we are is our spirit. Yes, and you see the way the spirit is also like our natural body, that your spirit can grow. The way your natural body, you wake up in the morning, even if you are fasting, you will eat. After some time, you will break the fast. So that's the same way our spirit is. Your spirit can be developed. So leadership is also the same. So leadership is developed. It's not an impartation. It's not an apostance. It's not something that you just, I have it. No. It's something that you develop, you intentionally build, intentionally grow into. You grow into it. So these are the 4 major misconceptions that we have about leadership. So I believe we are taking notes. These are the 4 major misconceptions we have about leadership. I'm just trying to rush so we can have good time for questions and answer. So if you are following, can I say our emojis? If you are following, can I say our emojis? Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Yes. So why these misconceptions? What's actually brought about all of these misconceptions is because of the lack of understanding of what leadership really is. The lack of understanding of what leadership really is. So I want to share with us, I have seen a lot of definitions about leadership, what leadership is. I've seen a lot of definitions. I've read quite a number of books. I've seen a lot of definitions about leadership. But in one word, if you want to define leadership, in one word, leadership is influence. Leadership is influence in one word. Yes. But if you want to put it in a sentence, and then the most comprehensive definition of leadership I've seen so far, it captures 3 major elements. That these 3 major elements, any form of leadership, these 3 major elements must be present. So this definition says leadership is the ability to influence, take responsibility, and create positive impact. Yes, leadership is the ability to influence, take responsibility, and create positive impact regardless of position. Let me go again. Leadership is the ability to influence, take responsibility, and create impact regardless of the position. As we'll be learning further that positional leadership is a kind of leadership, but is the least form of leadership, is the level of leadership. So I go again, leadership is the ability to influence, take responsibility, and create positive impact regardless of position. So regardless of position, it is your ability to influence, your ability to take responsibility. Anytime you think about leadership, these three things must be captured. Anytime you think about leadership, these three things must be captured. Number one, influence. Number two, responsibility. Number three, impact. Yes. So influence is your ability to affect how people think, act, and grow. Now, I put something down very powerful. I say, if no one is following your example, then leadership is not happening. That is influence. If no one is following your example, then leadership is not happening. Where you are right now, if no one is following your example, then leadership is not happening. Because leadership is about influence, influencing how people think, how people act, how people grow, how people behave. So you see, this does not have anything to do with position. And you see, this I have seen it again and again and again and again. I've been in settings whereby you don't have to fight for position, you don't have to be the one in charge, so to say. But people around, everyone can actually feel. In fact, you can come to the point where you are so mastered this element to the point that you can see how you are influencing people. You can see that, you can tell that this one is my influence. This one is my influence. And it happens. It happens on the positive, it happens on the negative. But here we are talking about positive impact. We're talking about positive influence. So leadership captures these three things. So I want somebody put it in the comment section, the three core elements of leadership. Number one, influence. Number two, responsibility. Number three, impact. I want somebody to help us put it in the comment section. Yes, three core elements of leadership. Number one, influence. Number two, responsibility. Number three, impact. Responsibility talks about, responsibility for your actions, for your growth, and for your results. Yes. Then impact. Leadership is measured by impact, not activity. Are people growing because of you? Are things improving because of you? Yes. So now we've looked at what leadership is. We say leadership in one word is influence, and we say leadership in a sentence, it means the ability to influence, the ability to take responsibility, and the ability to create positive impacts regardless of position. So let's now look at the spirit of leadership. The spirit of leadership. The spirit of leadership. Now, leadership begins from within. Leadership begins from within. It begins from the inside. Yes. Leadership begins from the inside. Before leadership shows on the outside, it must exist inside. And that is what we try to say when we say leadership is a spirit, because it talks of the way we think, it talks of the way we act, the way we show up consistently, the way you show up, the way you carry yourself, the way you coordinate yourself, the way you show up consistently. So this is what makes up, that spirit nature of leadership. So leadership is a spirit. The inner drive to take responsibility, add value, and stay consistent, regardless of recognition. Regardless of recognition. You see, still obsessed about recognition, then your leadership journey is still far. You are very, very behind. You're very, very behind. Because you see, it begins with that inner drive, not external. That inner drive, not external. So as a leader, like yesterday when we were talking about self-leadership, this is also what self-leadership means. That regardless of recognition, your ability to carry yourself the way you ought to, take responsibility, the ability to be able to add value, the ability to be able to stay consistent. This is what the spirit of leadership is all about. It is the mindset that make you act like a leader. The mindset that make you act like a leader. even when no one calls you one. Don't wait to be called a leader. Don't wait to be called a leader. Don't wait to be. It begins with seed sowing. And for a very, very long time, you keep sowing the seed. You keep sowing the seed. You keep sowing the seed. So while you're sowing the seed, don't be conscious of the fruit. No, the fruit is a byproduct. You don't worry, you don't think of, oh, will the fruits come? Or will it focus on the seed sowing? Have you seen a farmer? When a farmer is sowing seed, after sowing the seed, then what happens? You begin to water the seed. If not, the seed will die. So you water the seed, you continue, the time will come, you have to weed because of, grasses around, so many things that tends to choke down leadership is. But truly, your attention is not, you are not in a doubt what fruit will come out of the seed you have sown. If you truly go through the process of the planting, that's how leadership is. So your attention should not be on the fruit. Fruit is a byproduct, it's something that will surely comfort. So don't wait to be called a leader. Start acting like a leader. Don't wait to be called a leader. Start acting like a leader. Now let me mention the 3 pillars of the spirit of leadership. The 3 pillars of the spirit of leadership. Number 1 is responsibility. Number 2 is value. Number 3 is consistency. Number 1 is responsibility. Number 2 is value. Number 3 is consistency. Anytime you're talking about, I have the spirit of leadership. I am full of the spirit of leadership. There's an inner drive. These things must be there, must be present. Leadership, the spirit of leadership talks about responsibility, talks about value. Yes, we talk responsibility, talks about taking responsibility for your growth, for your results, for your actions. Yes, leaders don't wait, they take responsibility. Then number 2 talks about adding value. Talks about adding value where you are right now. If you are not adding value to your association, if you are not adding value to the people around you, you are not leading. As we'll be learning, let me just see how fast I can go. Yes, adding value. Number 3, consistency. Yes, leadership is about showing up daily. Leadership is not about feeling. It's not about feeling. It's about showing up daily. It's built every day, not once in a while. Yes, discipline over mood, actions over intention. Yes, what you do consistently defines your leadership. So it's not about how you feel. It is about you showing up, you being consistent in the manner of approach, how you do things, how you handle yourself, handle situations. As you grow into leadership, operating in the spirit of leadership. Now, for example, one of the things that will happen to you is, growing up, I've seen situations, we say so many things that, we have to unlearn and undo. For example, if you are still one person that feels like, I can say anything I want to say, I would say my mind. You have to work on your leadership. Yes, because leaders don't say anything. Leaders, many times, you won't say how you feel. Many times. And you see, this is operation of wisdom, not weak. There's a sense of, am I weak? No. So leaders don't operate like that. It is wisdom. It's wisdom, not weakness. There are basic things that you have to check and to see, am I growing in this? Like, for example, as a leader, when a leader, and I'm still going to touch a bit on that when we're talking about if we are trying to answer some of the questions that was sent, how communications and all of that, how do I gain acceptance and all of those things. A leader, you must master words. If you want to grow as a leader, you must master words. And you see, one thing about mastering words is if you intentionally build on it, you come to the point where people want to listen to you because they know they will not hear negativity. They know they will not be downcasted. Leaders don't take down people. No, leaders don't look down on people. Leaders don't talk down on people. So you master words. When you speak, you learn to say sorry. You learn to greet good morning, not waiting to be greeted first. These are things that a leader, these are little things that makes up, the operation of the spirit of leadership. So now, we say we've looked at the spirit of leadership. We say there are 3 pillars. I want someone to help us put it in the comment section. The 3 pillars of the spirit of leadership. The 3 pillars of the spirit of leadership. We say number 1, responsibility, taking responsibility. Number 2, we said adding value. Yes. Number 3, we say consistent, staying consistent. We said leadership is not how you feel. It's not about feeling. Yes, it's not once in a while. Leadership is about showing up. It's about showing up, staying consistent. It's something you build every day, not once in a while. Discipline over mood, actions over intention. I intend to. You see, many times people give that kind of excuse. It happens to us many times. I intend to. Leadership is far beyond the intention. It's you taking action. So now, as I round up on my talk, let's look at the 5 levels of leadership. The 5 levels of leadership. I'm going to rush through that. The 5 levels of leadership. I learned this from my favorite coach, my favorite leadership coach, John Maxwell. I learned this from him, the 5 levels of leadership, and I recommend this book for you. Developing the leader in you is a book a leader must read. So I recommend you to read that book. Yes, 5 levels of leadership. Number 1 is called position, what we call rights. Leadership by rights, leadership by position. Now, this is the least level of leadership. Now, at this level of leadership, people follow you. People follow along because they have to. Not necessarily because they want to, but because they have to. And you see, it's very okay to start at this level. In fact, many people see themselves start leadership at this level, that they lead because they have to, and then people have to follow. But that is the least level of leadership. You can start from there, but it's terrible to remain there. It's terrible to remain at that level. So we say the first level of leadership is what we call position, leadership by position, or it's the leadership by right. Yes, that's people follow you, people follow along. Yes, you lead because you have to, and then people follow because they have to, not really because they want to. Yes, let's say for example, you're leading an organization. Of course, your subordinates, they have to. They don't have a choice. They have to follow along. They have to follow your instructions. They have to follow your leading. If you're leading a class, and then they're giving assignment, the class rep can decide to give his own date, for submission of the assignment. So whether you like it or not, you have to submit that day. So he's operating at that level of leadership because he has a position he's occupying, and that position gave him the leverage to operate at that level. So this is the first level of leadership, and is the least level of leadership. Yes, like I said, position is a good place to start in leadership, but it's a terrible place to stay. It's a terrible place to stay, because many people that stayed at this level, they tend to use their power, authority to lead people, and then at the end of the day, it might be happening to you here. Probably you are leading an association, you are leading a group, you are leading an organization, you are leading a people group, and then you realize, why are people resenting me? Why are people always, they are not following? Like, why are they not following? It could be that you are only operating at this level because you are leading them because of the position. Yes, you can start from there, but it's terrible to remain there. So this now give room for you to upgrade to the next level. Yes, the next level, the number 2, is what Maxwell called permission. That is leadership by relationship. Permission. Now at this level, people follow because they want to. People follow because they want to. This is the second level of leadership, but what we call permission, by relationship. People follow because they want to. Yes. And this is when a leader, is operating not by rules and regulation, but by personal connection. And you see, at this point, leaders who are operating at this level are people who have mastered relationship. And if you can check around, you can even look at yourself personally. When you learn to relate with people, you gain trust, you gain access, you gain influence on them. It's happened. I've seen this again and again and again and again by the grace of God. Few leadership positions, I have seen myself operate in. That when you learn to relate with people, you just win their hearts. They want to follow. They want to follow along. They want to serve. They want to follow, your leading. They want you to lead them. And then they want to follow along because they want to, not because they have to. So this is the second level of leadership. So we say the first level of leadership is leadership by position, leadership by right. But we said you can start from there, but it's terrible to remain there. Now we say you can move to the second level, which is leadership by relationship, what we call permission. Yes. Now you see, like Maxwell was teaching, he said that when you meet people, when you come into a new environment, when you come into a new arrangement, a new setting, when you come into an association, any setting at all, that either you are given position or not. If you are given position, fine. If you are not given position, it's okay. That the next thing you should look forward to as a leader is how to connect. And you see, in connecting with people, you focus on your similarities, not on your differences. So many times people do this and they face a lot of challenge. When you're meeting people, when you're trying to connect with people, focus on your similarities, not your differences. Yes, because the truth is, we will always have differences. And people tend to resent you when they see that your approach towards them is always painting your differences. There's a fight. It begins from within. Many times there is a subconscious reaction that you feel like they are conscious of it. Sometimes they are not even conscious of it, because it's a reaction, inner reaction in men, that when people notice that your attention is always on your difference between them, it brings about reaction. So you focus on your similarities more than your differences. Yes. So we've talked about the second. Then you see, as a leader, you still don't stop there, because you see, over time, when you build relationship with people and then you gain people's trust, people want you to lead them. I've seen that happen again and again and again. You build relationship and people really want you to lead them. Yes, they want to follow. But even after following, over time, they can be exhausted if you don't move to the next level of leadership. They can be exhausted. And the next level of leadership, yes, that's what we want to look at, talks about production, talks about results. The next level of leadership is leadership by production, by results. So not just because you are building relationship with people, no. Now you are not coming to the point of you having results. Because if you don't go for having results, people will be exhausted. Because of course, your warmness, your togetherness, but it's not enough. This happened to so many leaders, religious leaders. It happened to them. They've gained the loyalty of the people. You've seen people they've been following your vision. They've been following your vision as a religious leader, for example. They've been following your leadership. They've been following your vision. You have shared your vision. You've checked. You've showed them love, but it is not enough. You now realize why. But even with all of this, the connect is still not growing. It's still not growing. You as a person, you are still not growing. It's because you refuse to move from that level to the next level of leadership, which is leadership by results. You being productive. Yes. Now at this point, people follow because of what you are. At this level, people follow because of what you have done. Yes. What you are able to do. People follow you because of what you have done. You have done for the organization. You have done for the platform. You are able to do for the association. You are able to do for the community. People follow. Look around you. You see people who are able to get results, get things done, by nature they win the loyalty of people, because people are not just it's not about you loving them, it's not about you being relative, it's about you also being able to get results, get things done. So if you're in an organization that you know how to get things done, it is a level of leadership that you have, at the third level of leadership. So now at this level, this 3 level of leadership, if you can operate this 3 level of leadership alone, you attain many success. You achieve a lot of success just operating this 3 level of leadership. Remember, I said you come into an organization, you come into a platform, you come into an association, you come into a setting. Whether you are given a position or not, it does not matter. If you are given a position, fine. In your family, whether you have a position, whether you're a firstborn or you are the lastborn, is inconsequential. Say the next thing you look out for is how to connect, how to effectively relate with people, how to effectively relate with the organization, the people there. Yes. Then after that, you move how to get things done, how to achieve results, productivity. Now you move further. If you can operate this 3 level alone, I'm telling you, you achieve a lot of success. A lot of success. Yes, a lot of success. Now, the 4th level of leadership is very, very important, because you see, even as important as you also getting results, you now need to move a step further. Now, the 4th level of leadership is what we call personal people development. People development. This is what we call reproduction. Now, here people follow because of what you have done for them. People follow because of what you have done for them. Yes, so this is about people development. So you coming to the point, your ability to get things done, your ability to make, create results, it doesn't stop there. You have to grow to the point of learning how to develop people. This is about impact, about reproducing yourself. And this happens in so many ways. In fact, I've seen this play out in spiritual setting, in secular settings. You see people, because of the level of impact you've grown into it, you'll be surprised. You see somebody praying like you. It happens. It's like, and you know that this person is actually praying like me. You see people talk like you. You see, in fact, if somebody wants to dress like you, on the positive now. So this point, you've come to the point, of you reproducing yourself, people development. So your impact on them. So yeah, people want to follow because of your impact on them. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. You win people's hearts and minds by helping them grow personally. Yes, so as a leader, you must be conscious of this. What can I contribute? How do I make the life of this person better? At your level. Sometimes it could just be a word of encouragement. That's why I said, if you must be an effective leader, if you must be a successful leader, you must master words. Thank you. You're looking great. You're looking awesome. No. As little as you complimenting people, appreciating people for their efforts. As a leader, you are here and no matter what, either big or small achievement of people, you don't comment. You pass as if you no. So as a leader, you must grow and live this intentionally. That as a leader, you let people feel your impact. Let people feel your impact. This talks about respect. At this level, people follow because of who you are, and then what you represent. This is the peak. This is the highest level of leadership. Now, when you come to the point that people follow, you are leading because of what you have become. Your reputation now, yes. What you have become, yes. People follow you because of what you represent. This is the highest level of leadership. And we have seen this play out, in different sectors of life. We've seen people who have lived out their life this way. Nelson Mandela, an example. These are people who have, attained to that level, the pinnacle level. the highest level of leadership, that they lead. People want to follow them because of what they represent. You've seen this play out in the life of so many spiritual leaders. We've seen this in different sectors. In business, for example, seen one of my coach, my financial coach, Tony Elumelu, we've seen him, play out all of this. We've seen these people, different sectors. We've seen a lot of people, Marcus, we've seen Costaris, we've seen a lot of people. So these are the level of leadership. So I want to stop here. So I don't know if we still have time to take a few questions. So, but I believe we are blessed. If you are blessed, I want us to send in our emojis. If you are blessed by those insightful words, I want us to send our emojis. Thank you, Comfort. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Abigail. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you for this powerful session. We really learned so much. So many things that really struck me. Said, if you want to grow as a leader, you must master words. You don't just talk anyhow. You don't just say anything you feel like saying. You must learn how to. You must not look down on people. You must not expect people to greet you first. There are certain things you shouldn't just expect people to do first. You must have to do it. Thank you so much, sir. So I think we have a question here. Where is it? Let me look at the question. Yeah, we have a question here. Should I go on with the question, sir?
Yes, come on.
Yes, it says, it was said that at the course of the teaching that you must act as a leader and not wait to be called a leader. Please, I just want to ask, in case someone is acting as a leader and people are backbiting that, are you the only one? They are saying the person always likes to take part in everything. Please, what can such person do? Or maybe the person is not the only one and acting as a leader every time like that.
Now, you see, one mistake we often do is, now there's a wrong perception of leadership, being in charge. And people like that, I think this one mistake they usually do. That even when you want to create your influence in the midst of in a setting, also add a mistake to it by painting a picture of you being in charge. So many times we act to be in charge to show that we are leading. And when you are leading any setting, immediately you begin to show that I am in charge. You're already showing one of the signs of a bad leader. Leadership is not about being in charge. Remember, like I was mentioning the level of leadership, I said that you must either you have a position, not. No matter what you are doing, no matter the impact you are making anything, if you don't have a relationship with the people, you cannot lead well. You cannot influence well. All your actions will not go well because a relationship problem. Many people backbite because they don't feel free. You paint a picture of I self. You paint a perfection picture, and then people tend to resent that. So you need to learn to relate with those people, and relationship is at different level. Not you are always picking faults, always. And I learned this from from a mentor, that you see, for example, as I round up the question, that you see, you don't have the right to criticize what you have not appreciated. And many times we leaders will make this mistake. So you don't have the right to criticize people, to always pinpoint faults. First, appreciating them. So if people are always criticizing you, it could be that you don't appreciate their efforts. It could be that you look down on them. You paint yourself, like I said, to be a perfect man. And many times people resent that.
Are you satisfied? I think it's okay. So
yes, I'm satisfied.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm not good. So yes, sir. When you are in a space that a leader is required for a certain role.
Okay. Now, I'll keep emphasizing that you can get things done. They must not put a title on you. So many times we make So you want to get that title on you that so they are is the no. Many times we make that mistake. So don't go for the title. How do we get this done? This is how leaders think. How do we get this done? How do we get this done? So I think you should focus your attention more on that. And if you have the liberty, you see, you communicating your willingness to occupy, occupy for a voluntary position, it is also you understanding the setting. If you think it's not going to be a problem, you also need to learn people. Yes, that you learn perception. Not your leader does not think that I don't care how you think. A leader don't think like that. A leader don't do like that. A leader don't say I don't care how you people think. If they like think anyhow, because you also need to carry them along. So if you think that will not be a problem, if you think there's a mutual understanding, then you can go for it. But you can get things done many times without you having that title. You must not be attached before you can lead.
All right, thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. Okay. Still another question. Question says, what about the space where it's not about being controlled, but the people around you are just mediocre? Like they always have something to say about you just because you're doing things they are scared of doing. Should that make you strange?
Sorry, can you go again? I didn't get it. My network gets.
This is trying to say, what about the space, in the space where it's not about being controlled, and maybe they're not controlling you, but the people around you are just mediocre. They always have something to say about you just because you're doing things they are scared of doing. Should that make you strange? Said, like Mr. Amos said yesterday, environment is also important in leadership. For example, in an environment where other employee hates working or they are after position, and you are there just doing your thing because of I don't really get this question very well. Just doing your thing. She's just talking about being in an environment where people, like maybe people are lazy in the working environment and you're just doing your own. But people like
work in a setting where people are actually comfortable with how they do things. And you, from what you are building, you feel like there's more. This mediocrity. And then first you get a reaction because you're trying to introduce things. You're trying to introduce how to bring about more development, and they are seeing it like as if you own done it too much. You own done it too much. You own done it too much. Now, you must make sure everything you are doing, you are bringing on the table is not for personal interest. Now, I had to tell myself, are you sure this is not about personal interest? These are you are bringing, or you want to see that there's a development. Are you sure it's not for personal interest? Now, I worked on that, and then I make sure to see that it is not about you occupying, be the one leading. No, it is about you communicating the idea to them and then making them see the need to do it themselves. Not because I want to do everything. And then, it like I said, it's a seed. You don't lead, the way leadership works, you don't just expect to do something and then many times it will not happen immediately. Many times it will not happen immediately. There are times that you are doing things, and I've seen people, it's like what you are doing does not make sense. But what is happening to them is they are taking time to conform to what you are doing, to the change that you are bringing. It's not that they don't want it, but because they are so used to that comfort zone, so they are finding it difficult to come along. But to you, they want to show you that what you are doing does not make sense. What you are doing does not make sense. Continue, keep on the good. But remember, you must make sure that it is not for personal gain. It is not for self-interest. It is that the organization, the platform move ahead. The platform make progress. If you focus on that, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. And like I mentioned, that regardless of recognition or not, leadership is about you making the right step, taking the right step, taking the right decision, being responsible, doing the right thing. So thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. Thank you for your time and effort in making this webinar come to life. Really appreciate. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you in Jesus' name. Everyone, can we please on our mic and say thank you so much, sir? Can we please appreciate him? Appreciate him.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. So my last word is the right time to start is now.
Yeah.
The right time to start is now. Don't wait for tomorrow. The right time to start is now. Like my mentor will say, when opportunity meets preparation, success is bettered. Don't wait when the opportunity comes. Prepare before opportunity comes. Prepare before opportunity comes. Thank you and God bless you. See you at the top.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.